Hello everyone, my name is Yui. My student ID is DY21402. Today, my group would like to present the assignment of the subject Business and Corporation Law. First of all, I would like to present Part A, Business Law. I will analyze the case under the arrest method. In the case of Part A, the first step is issue. The issues include the following main information. The first is whether the contract between fake travel hunt and the museum was void or not. And the next is, can the museum take any legal action against the man for taking his identity and fake recommendation letter? And the last is, what is the likely outcome of such claim and legal actions? The next step is rules. The rules will include the following idea. The first is, if a contract is considered having a misrepresentation in terms of contract, it should be void. And the remedies for case of fraudulent misrepresentation usually includes rescind or restore the parties to their pre-contractual position, and the plaintiff can recover compensatory damage against a defendant when the court finds that the defendant has committed fraudulent misrepresentation. And the next part, my friend Mr. Sushil will talk about the application and conclusion. Thank you.
Thank you, Dwayne. Hello, my name is Sushil Neopane. My student ID number is OED20121. And in this video presentation part, I will speak about application and conclusion. I'll try to establish the rules of fraudulent misrepresentation with the issue of the scenario, given in the scenario. Here are some points which clarify that the person who is involved in the contract has made some fraudulent misrepresentation. First one is, he used the name of famous treasure hunter Trevor Hunt, and he saw a letter of recommendation from Museum of Caribbean, which is also a fraudulent misrepresentation. And next thing is, he had shown some coins and crockeries from Portuguese Covita, which he have told that it was from the northern water of Australian coast. And these are some of the misrepresentation which make Australian Museum of Antiquities to get in the contract. And by this contract, Australian Museum of Antiquities lost $200,000, and they had a plan for expansion which also collapsed. Now, in the conclusion, the fraudulent misrepresentation in the contract makes the contract void and legally unenforceable, and the remedies of that voidable contract due to fraudulent misrepresentation is restoration of the parties to their pre-contractual conditions. So by this, the amount paid by the Australian Museum should be refunded, and for using the fake name and fake letter of recommendation, the person can be charged under the Crime Act 1914. Thank you for my part.
Hi everyone, my name is Yuvraj Rana and my student ID is HI6027. I'm going to present part B of assignment. In this case, belongs to promoter and pre-registration contract. In this case, Kylie is one of the promoter to form new company with her friend to purpose of giving gift as a gift basket company. Kylie to organize all the documents to registration of the company. All the friends has promised to put $10,000 to make capital amount of $40,000. Kylie ordered 1,000 basket in her home, which is going to be headquarters of the company. Kylie also instructed our solicitor to establish necessary document and also contract a designer to create our new logo for the company product. After 2 weeks, none of the friends have been able to put money in the new company due to their individual problem. But the bill for the work of the company has been presented by the solicitor and designer of the company logo. In this case arise the following issues. Was there breach of the company between Kylie and her friend? Whether the promoter is liable for the pre-registration contract? Can promoter avoid liability for pre-registration contract? Can promoter losses will be recovered? Under the Corporation Act 2001, the following rule will be applied in the issues. Section 1311 of the Corporation Act 2001, a pre-registration contract must be agreed to there within the time. Section 1312 claims the promoter have full liability to pay all the damages to the third party if the company is not registered yet. For the further presentation, I would like to call my friend Dipesh. Thank you.
Ras. Hi, my name is Dipesh Shrestha and my student ID is PVS2281. I'm going to talk about the application of this case. As we all know, if a pre-registration contract is not formed between two or more parties, which is Kelly and her friends in this case, the contract would be held void. So the contract would never be existent and there would be no breach of the contracts, and none of the parties would be liable to pay for the non-performance under the common law. In this case, Kelly has acted as a promoter on behalf of the registered company Gift Basket Co. and has not ratified the contract or entered into the substitute within the reasonable time or agreed by the contracting parties. And under Section 131(2) of the Corporations Act 2001, the promoter is liable for the contracts and pay for the damages occurred to the party. The similar cases relating to this case is the Kellner versus Baxter in 1866 and the case of Phonogram Limited versus the Lane. Now I'm going to discuss about the conclusion of this case. In conclusion, given the above legal rules and after applying them to the factual scenario of this case, it can be argued that Kelly is liable for various contracts she entered on behalf of the company, even if she registered the company because she failed to ratify the contract or enter into a substitute within the time agreed by the contracting parties. Thank you.
Hello sir, my name is Sunsepa. My student ID is NNN 2004. Well, according to my part, question 2 part B, truly Kelly will be liable if the organizer is registered. According to the case, it indicates that Kelly set up necessary record to the organization and furthermore gotten a local designer to make a logo for the organized item, yet followed 2 weeks. Nobody of the company have had the option to contribute any cash because of personal issue. So it tends to be content that the Kelly is at risk for the different agreements she enter for the benefit of the organization. If the organization is not enrolled, the organization yet neglected to endorse the agreement or go into a substitute inside the time concurred by the contracting party. According to the section 1312, the individual is subject to pay damage to one another gathering to the pre-registration contract if the organization is not enrolled or the organization is enrolled, however doesn't confirm the agreement or go into a substitute for it inside the time considered by the gathering to the agreement, or on the off chance that there is no concurrent time inside a sensible time after the agreement is gone into. For instance, Bay and Illinois Stationery Supply Private Limited 1986 case had 4 backers. One of them had gone into an agreement for the benefit of the organization. The organization was not formed around them, so the organization has neglected to approve the agreement, and afterward the Ilaurawa provide attempt to sue every one of the four farmers. The court found just one of the record was obligated to pay the harm since he was the man who had signed the agreement. So like this we can say that Kelly will be liable if the organization is registered and she should pay all the damages. Thank you.